Chainsaw Man, the movie, Reze Arc, is now available for you guys to go and watch on the biggest screen possible. Make sure you go and do it. Smash your thoughts down below, smash that like button, click subscribe, and let's talk about the new Chainsaw Man movie right now. So the newest Chainsaw Man movie is now out in theaters for you guys to go and check out. And look, I know there's going to be questions running about which one is better, Demon Slayer movie or the Chainsaw Man movie. I'm going to do a separate video with that discussion because this is going to be about Chainsaw Man. So we're going to talk about that in another one. So if you guys want to know that, just wait for that video. But I have been a fan of Chainsaw Man Season 1 ever since it first came out. I loved it. So I've been waiting for something like a Season 2 or a movie of Chainsaw Man. And we finally got the movie. And I really enjoyed this movie. Now, this movie, it feels like two different types of movies. It feels like a romance movie, but also tied in with this fantasy action style movie as well. Now, sometimes that can be bad because the balance can be so offsetting that you lose the momentum of one of them and it gets overshadowed by the other. But I think they actually executed the balance of this movie really well, where the romance side of things worked so well that when the action came along, they actually complemented each other really well. That drove the narrative in the fight itself, that made that fight feel a lot more than just visual noise, which is something that you guys know if you've been watching me. I'm a huge encourager of narrative-driven fights because I have always felt fights without narrative purpose are just visual noise. That's all they are. And this doesn't have that. This is driven. You feel the narrative, you feel the emotion, the combat, everything about it. Every single punch has some sort of meaning behind it. And that's something I really appreciated. Now, do you need to see Season 1 to watch this movie? I'm going to say no, you don't need to see Season 1. But if you have seen Season 1, and I would recommend watching Season 1, you're going to get so much more out of this movie. But this movie can stand on its own. And you can go in here watching this and understand what is happening. Because at the end of the day, this movie is about Deji experiencing love. You know, falling in love with this girl named Reze for the very first time, naturally. Not having force. We know what Deji's about in Season 1. You know, he has this goal of, I want to get to touch women. I want to do stuff with women because he is at that age where he's experiencing these emotions, these feelings for the very first time. But in this movie, we watch Deji start to mature. He starts to try and, you know, he's torn between his goal of that and I actually really like this girl. I like spending time with her. You know, I like just hanging out with her. So he is getting torn from the inside and maturing as a person and growing into an adult, which is something I really liked. And I think that development throughout the whole entire movie is key for Deji moving forward because at the end of the movie, you feel that he has changed who he is. He's no longer just about, you know, how do I get this girl to like me? He's now about like, this is what this feels like. You know, I'm willing to forgive you because I like you. And I love that about it. So there is a lot of story and character arcs in this movie revolving around Reze, revolving around Deji, even Akir has his own character arc in this movie. Now, Power's not in this movie. She is on the sidelines for all of it. She does make an appearance here and there, but it's nothing. She's not in the action or anything like that. So if you're a Power fan, I'm sorry. She's not going to be in this movie much. But Akira has this beautiful character arc as well that he goes on. And we get to see the pact that he made with the devil in Season 1. We get to see that on show, and it's freaking awesome. But when you get to the action is superb, man. They freaking cooked so hard in this movie. Like, I'm sitting there, I'm watching it. The sound design is unfreaking believable. The music is, oh bro, the amount of times you want to get out of your seat when the music is going and just be like, let's freaking go. Man, it was just unbelievable. And you're sitting there and you're watching this action unfold, buildings blowing up. The Bomb Devil is awesome. She is freaking awesome, man. She has so much aura in this movie. When she first turns up, oh man, you're just sitting there and you're like, okay, oh, okay, there's something about this film. And the way that she fights and the way she uses her powers, it felt like I'm watching Bakugo as a villain, like just go ham, and it was freaking awesome to see. I love that. Now, a character that gets introduced in this movie is Beam. You're gonna love him. You're gonna love it. I thought I might hate this character to start, but I absolutely ended up loving him. And him and Deji, when they work together, that whole fight was freaking awesome. And it's hilarious. Like, Chainsaw Man has this comedy element about them that when they nail it, it's hilarious. And they nailed it in this movie. Like, every joke they try to say and every joke they try to pull, it worked. And you're laughing, but the fight was so freaking good, man. And you're feeling this fight. You know, Deji makes this beautiful line about girls. Every time he feels like, you know, he wants a girl to like him, they end up trying to kill the guy. And we find out that there's more purpose to why they want to get Deji. Like, what is it? He's the main target. So the fight was great. Like, I'm talking, where they cooked like Sukuna versus Maharaga. Like, that's the level, but even better than that. Like, they somehow went, you know, we gave you Maharaga versus Sukuna, and that was badass. Well, guess what? We're going to do that, but even better on the biggest screen. And I saw it in IMAX, so it was freaking phenomenal just watching. The colors, just the art direction, everything about it, they nailed when it came to the action sequence. And then you get to the end of the movie, and there is a post-credit scene that is hilarious that shows you that Deji still has that kid in him and that banter in him, which is something I like. But there is a moment that happens as well that makes you go, oh, okay, I feel bad. But then at the same time, you're like, oh, this could be a problem moving forward. There is something else hidden behind the scenes that is happening. But the Chainsaw Man movie is really, really freaking good. I would encourage you guys to go and watch it. You will not be disappointed. I'm telling you that now. There is just so much badass stuff that happens in it, but at the end of the day, it's the characters and the story itself. That there is a lot of depth in this movie, and I really like the romance side. The whole first act is the romance. It's a romance anime at that point. You're just watching Deji go through experiencing love for the first time, trying to understand, why do I like this girl? But my heart is for this person, but my body, it's just reacting on its own. It's telling me to do this when I don't want to, and I feel like I should be doing this. So it's really, really great to see him grow. I had an absolute ball with this movie. I think it's really, really good. But I want to hear what you guys have to say. Maybe you didn't like the movie. Maybe you did. Smash it down in the comment section below. I want to hear what you guys all have to say. I want to get a discussion going. So let me know. Smash that like button. Click subscribe. And I'll see you guys next video. Until then, stay safe and peace out.